All right, welcome back to the KC Sports Report. As always, I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down the crazy Week 16 matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and your Kansas City Chiefs. Final score from Arrowhead Stadium, Chiefs 17, Falcons 14. The Kansas City Chiefs win a tough game at home to advance to 14-1 on the season. And with this win, the Chiefs secure the number one seed in the 2020 NFL playoffs, which is just massive. I mean, there's only one playoff bye this year, and it goes to the one seed, and the Chiefs got that bye. So that is fantastic news, and the Chiefs really did need that. But they didn't play a very good game today. And, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to say stuff that's going to anger the kingdom, especially because, like I said, we just did to secure the number one seed in the AFC playoff picture. But we didn't really play very well. I mean, Patrick Mahomes did not look like himself. I know he threw for 2 touchdowns and 250 plus, but I mean, he just didn't look like the Patrick Mahomes that we've seen all year long. He was constantly under pressure. He couldn't really find any of his receivers. He just did not look like himself, and that's not normal. But I mean, Travis Kelce did what Travis Kelce does, and he actually set the NFL tight end receiving record with 1,416 yards. So congratulations to Travis Kelce for breaking that record, and he's the best tight end in the game. I really don't think that anybody would argue that at this point, but I mean, Travis Kelce is simply the best. But besides that, the Chiefs really did not play a great game. On offense, at least. Defensively, I think that was actually the best game the Chiefs have played all year long. The Falcons only really scored 14 points all game long, and the Chiefs' defense was on the field the majority of the game. So all things considered, I was very happy with that defense. They were able to force a fumble. Willie Gay made a few big plays today. They were able to get a lot of 3-and-outs and force the Falcons to punt. So, overall, I'm very happy with this Chiefs defense. But like I said, the offense did leave a lot to be desired. I'm not really concerned about that. I think that this is just a hiccup along the road. You're not always going to play 100% in every game. And to the Falcons' credit, they played a very good game and had a very good game plan on how to stop the Chiefs. But the thing that was kind of concerning is coming into this game, the Falcons could not stop the pass. And today they did a pretty good job. So that was one area where I was a bit concerned. But this game came down to a field goal. I mean, Young-Ho Koo had a 39-yarder lined up, and he just shanked it. I don't know if it got blocked or tipped or he just missed it. But, I mean, the Pro Bowl kicker Young-Ho Koo just missed a 39-yarder to tie it. So if he makes that, it's 17-17, and it's likely going into overtime, which isn't really good. The Chiefs don't like to be in that position, but they were able to escape this game with a win. And through a 17-week season, every win is important, and we saw that today. The Chiefs, even though they didn't have all their stuff on offense, they were able to turn it on as of late to score enough to win. Patrick Mahomes hit Travis Kelce with a touchdown in the beginning of the game, and then he hit Demarcus Robinson over the middle, which gave the Chiefs the lead, which was very important. At that point, they were down, I believe, 14-10, and that D-Rob touchdown put them ahead. So the Chiefs did just enough to win today, but that's not going to cut it come playoff time. And here's one thing that I want to say, and this is up for interpretation in the comments, but I was really mad with some of the play calls in this game. I mean, on 4th and 1, Andy Reid decided to go for it, which I don't have a problem with. But he did that shift, and then they did a reverse toss flea flicker to Sammy Watkins, who threw it to Patrick Mahomes, who was going out as a receiver, who obviously didn't catch the ball, and it almost got intercepted. So, I mean, the play call on that was just dumb, and we saw it later in the game. They just ran the ball right up the middle, and it got them the first down and plenty more yards. So, I think that Andy Reid gets a little bit too cute when he just needs to run the ball or just do enough to get the first down. Stop focusing on scoring a touchdown when you just got to get that 1 yard. The Chiefs are going to have to adjust. I think that they know that this win is not enough to beat a playoff caliber team, and they're going to go back to the drawing board. But it just shows you how good the Chiefs are, because you can play a game where you don't really show up on offense and your defense plays pretty well, and you still somehow find a way to win. It just doesn't make sense. this is the best Chiefs team in our lifetime. I mean, last year that team was good, but this team is the most complete team in the NFL, and in my opinion, they're the best Chiefs team we've ever seen. A lot of people are going to say, oh, they played down to their competition, which, don't get me wrong, it is true, but the Chiefs, again, they're so talented that they don't really have to show up and give 100% every week because like we saw today, they probably played 50% through the first 3 quarters and turned it on in the fourth quarter, and they did enough to win. I mean, granted, it wasn't comfortable, but the Chiefs don't have to win every game by 3 touchdowns. You don't have to win every game by a touchdown either. I think that you learn a lot more with your team winning in a close game than winning in a blowout, because I want to see a team that when their backs are against the wall, they can make the plays to close out games. And that's what the Chiefs defense did. I mean, we've seen it all year long. The Chiefs rise to their competition. Once they play somebody who's playoff caliber, we're going to see what we saw in New Orleans. We're going to see what we saw in Tampa Bay. The Chiefs will show up to play. And now with that 1 seed locked up, the Chiefs are going to have a home playoff game, and the road to the Super Bowl goes through Arrowhead, which is just, like I said, it's absolutely crucial. What a time to be a Chiefs fan. I mean, the Chiefs are 14-1, and I still find a way to come up here and just complain. That just kind of shows you how spoiled we are as a fan base to have so much success, but still find ways that we can improve. What a time, Chiefs Kingdom, what a time. So, again, Travis Kelce set the NFL tight end receiving record with 1,416 yards. He's going to keep getting better. I think that next week it would probably be smart to play our starters after what we saw today. I don't want to take the chance of our guys getting hurt, but at the same time, if you sit these guys out next week, and with that bye week in the playoffs, that'd be 2 weeks without playing football. And based off of how this team played today, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So in my opinion, I would have the starters play a quarter, maybe a half, and then take them out. But I want to see this offense get back on track. But like I said, the defense was very good today. I feel like they made a lot of big plays. The pass rush was phenomenal. I think 4 or 5 different players had sacks. Chris Jones was a monster today. Frank Clark finally got the job done. L'Jarius Sneed had a sack. I mean, like I said, the pass rush was very good today. And Matt Ryan is a passing threat. A lot of people don't give him the proper credit, but I believe he's actually 3rd in the NFL in passing yards. So the guy can definitely throw, and the Chiefs took that away. I understand that Calvin Ridley had 100 yards plus, but they didn't have Julio Jones, and all things considered, they really did limit the damage. I mean, this Chiefs defense might not look as good as it was last year, but they get the job done. And in my opinion, they're probably more efficient. We saw a lot more 3-and-outs. We see a lot more big plays, in my opinion. I think that they come up with a turnover or a sack more often than not. And I think that that's a good spot to be in at this point in the season. The Chiefs are going to keep getting better. Last week of the season is next week at home against the Chargers. It's going to be a tough game. But I think that the Chiefs probably play their starters for a half, get those guys some reps, and then rest them and charge them up for the playoffs, because this team has everything, and I mean everything in their power to repeat. And I think that that is what the expectation is. They've set the bar so extremely high that they have to repeat. But I think that they expect themselves to repeat because they're just that good. Like I said, they're the best team in the NFL, and in my opinion, it's not even close. So once again, the Chiefs win this game at Arrowhead Stadium by a final score of 17-14, once again proving that the AFC runs through Arrowhead. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. You can also support the channel through the Patreon and follow us on Instagram. The links to those are in the description. You just listened to the KC Sports Report by Michael Darcy.